Hey everybody, Shiny Sephiroth here. I'm so very excited to be doing this first DC display video, and what we're going to be working on today is my Joker display. So I have a whole bunch of Joker toys that are lined up that haven't been opened up. I got this guy right here that's going to be added into the mix. So let's go ahead and dive in and see how it turns out. Okay, I am ecstatic to be able to share this update with you all. So I'm just going to do a quick cursory glance over the whole thing. And then we'll go over what the updates were. All right, so the updates. First of all, I do want to highlight the one casualty we got. Those who make displays and whatnot, they know that sometimes there are casualties. When I was putting this Joker in, he knocked over my little Harley Quinn. And the sad thing was, as I was putting them up, I finally had found her missing doll and the missing pom-pom that she had, which is the one that she's holding, that she has on her head right now. And I put it up, it looked awesome, and then she fell down on the ground. And I finally found part of the doll. There's his head right there, and she usually holds it. And then part of her hat, and still connected to the pom-pom top, fell off, and it's scattered somewhere here on the floor. I looked and looked, I couldn't find it, so I'm just gonna have to be patient and know that eventually one day I'll find it. I'll be able to fix both the doll and that. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal, even though at the time it was very upsetting to say the least. But anyway, let's go on to happier things. So this is the Infinite Frontier Joker with Punchline. I went ahead and I put both of these here. I wanted to put Punchline near Harley. So this is the first Harley Quinn that McFarlane released. This has been up here for a while, but I just want to explain what I'm doing over here. I personally see the White Knight series as that author's fan fiction for BTAS. And so for what he did with Harley, to me it kind of looked like he was reconciling the new popular Harley Quinn that started with the New 52, that continued with Margot Robbie, and reconciling it with Arlen Sorkin's original BTAS 90s Harley, and that's why he put two of them there, like, oh, one of them is fake and one of them is the real one. And I think that's kind of cool. And that's actually why I put the White Knight Joker next to the BTAS Joker. I just think that there are a lot of similarities between the two, and you could even see one being an alternate timeline offshoot, an alternate future of the BTAS series. That's how I see it, at least. Also have the Batman Joker. He's one of my favorite incarnations of Joker, maybe even tied with Hamill's Joker. I just think he's really awesome. But anyway, he's not new. The new stuff here is the Infinite Frontier, this version of the Infinite Frontier Joker with Punchline. And put up the non-platinum Red Hood right here, as well as the red-suited flamethrower wielding Cesar Romero 1960s Joker next. And it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing, him with a flamethrower right next to Heath Ledger Joker's pile of cash. So it's like, oh, they work together, they're gonna burn some money down.
I'm only burning my half. This town deserves a better class of criminal.
Pure chaos, as usual. So then there's the rest of that. I added the Continuing Adventures of Batman. I think that's what the name of the comic is. It's a comic based off of the 1960s TV show. And so here's that Joker. And I put the platinum masked Cesar Romero Joker here. Mentioning platinums, the platinum digital Joker. The black suit I put right there. I eventually plan on putting a 90s comic Harley Quinn there to recreate that famous black suit tuxedo scene here. And next to the New 52 different incarnations of Joker. Then we got the three Jokers, which I'm actually a fan of. I know a lot of people didn't like that. But then a new addition here is the digital Joker right here in the middle. This was in somewhat of a chronological order, but this one right here I just figured, but putting the Jokermobile in place here, I feel like this Joker is kind of a de facto base all-encompassing Joker, the Silver Age one. So, and I kind of use him as a Golden Age, Silver Age counterpart anyway. So I figured putting him in the middle with the Jokermobile was a good little touch. I like how it turned out. Then we have the rest of the Jokers that have been here for a while, Infinite Frontier, and that Joker War Joker, and then some multiversal variants. Another big update here was my Jokerized collection, because I don't care what the local part of the fandom online say. I love the Jokerized figures. I think they look really cool, especially when you line them up together. So here we have the updates last night on Earth. Batman, Jokerized, along with Jokerized Hush, Jokerized Batgirl, and Jokerized Harley Quinn, adding to the ensemble. I do have the Jokerized Joker, but his color scheme doesn't really match this, so I just put him in with my villain display that you'll see someday when I get over to that part. And yeah, and here's the rest of my Jokerized shelf. And then right here, the last thing I'm going to cover in this video are my extensions of our Jokerized Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, is his posse of multiversal variants. The only thing I added to this shelf was the Patina Merciless. I've had a hole there waiting to put that there for a long time. I don't know why, but I really like having several versions of the Merciless. I just think it's really cool. Right here is the Beast Kingdom Red Merciless Batman. Mentioning different versions, you see here that there are different versions of the different Dark Knights. The version of the Cyborg Batman that showed up in the actual series. But then we have this version here that was in all the promo art, as well as in the very first issue when they were teasing these these dark multiversal Batmen. He did show up for one panel there, and he also showed up in Dark Knight's Metal when they were all of the clones that were guarding the Megazord, I think it was, that Bruce and all the others were trying to get to. They went ahead and when they showed the clones of the multiversal variants, they went back to their original designs, which I think was pretty cool. So we have that one there. We have the version that showed up in the comics. Then we have the original sketch art that was in a statue, and I already talked about those two. Then we have the version of the Doomsday Batman that was in the comics versus the, in my opinion, superior original sketch. We have Grim Knight. Then we have the McFarlane version of the Green Lantern. And then we have the sketch. I dropped it. It's made of ceramic, so I lost his earpieces. I'm really upset about that, but it is what it is. I'm thinking one day I'm going to use some clay or something and rebuild it, but it is what it is. There's the statue of the Green Lantern Batman, which is how he looked more in the comics. Here's how he looked in the sketch. And then there's the McFarlane version. It's kind of like a mix between the two of them, which I don't blame them, because even in the comics, it did feel like they went back and forth between this guy and his original sketch. Then we have this statue, which was the comic Red Death. Then we have the sketch Red Death, who was more black and I think looked cooler. And then once again, we have the comic version, which was a statue. We have this statue, which was based off the sketch. Then we have the McFarlane version of the Aquawoman Batman, who is kind of a combination between the two. And then, of course, we have the sentient monster truck bat car. Death Metal was weird. Anyway, so here we have the final setup here. Really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, that's my Joker collection. So there you have it. Thank you all so much for coming over here to the Retroverse Nexus and being along for the ride as I update this toy collection. Very excited for how it's going so far. So excited to finally have my Joker display back up and running, and all the Jokers that I've accumulated over the past 2 years finally opened up and added to the collection, including those Jokerized toys. The next video is going to still be in that curio cabinet area, because there is one more shelf that I have in there that's underneath, and that is my Evil Superman and Evil Batman. So really excited. That one's going to be a relatively short video, so that's good too. But going to go ahead and update that one. You know what? I'm going to fold in my my Funko Pops. I have some Batman Funko Pops that I'll fold into that video as well. But yeah, we're getting really close to getting to the meat of my DC collection, so very excited about that. Thank you all so much for your patronage. It means a lot. Remember, if you want to be a part of the giveaways, make sure you comment. If you want to help the giveaways happen more quickly, make sure you subscribe. Our next one, as of the recording of this video, I'm at 319 subs. Next giveaway is at 350, so we're getting pretty close. If you want to, please leave a like. That just helps with the algorithm, helps me feel good. Like seeing those likes. But anyway, thank you all so much for being a part of the channel. I'll see you in the next video.